Hello, and we're back with the Mehcast, and ooh, what a motley crew we are.
Yes.
For some reason, my fiber optic internet is struggling to get us live on YouTube. Or perhaps YouTube. Hey! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehcast, and oh, what a motley crew we are. Today we return to the hair.
And meanwhile, I'm back in Twilight Princess.
It's actually Slay the Princess, pristine cut.
Give me a sec. I'm going to...
Please visit blackandgames.com for a specific list of content warnings. Could just slap a Resident Evil style disclaimer screen at the start.
So, Old Zero, what is your history with Twilight Princess? And hello, Eli.
Yeah.
Eli.
As those of you who watched my previous playthroughs of this game, rather, will remember, I quite enjoyed this. But we're going to be going back. We're not going to be continuing any of those. We're going to be starting a new game. From the beginning. And now that I know a little bit more about it, I'm not going to be wandering around and resetting as much as I did, because apparently I could have gotten to the true ending a little bit faster if I'd... No, true ending, quote-unquote. The ending where you get into the credits, if I'd have followed a single path. Because I thought this was like an Undertale situation where no matter how many times you quote-unquote reset, it was all on the same line, but then I found out
That wasn't the case.
no. It all has to be in a single save file.
Anyway, as Old Zero is saying, what is your what was your initial exposure to this game?
Surprisingly, aside from the trailers, it was through Brawl.
I see.
I kind of gravitated towards the Twilight Princess look.
Yeah, I liked the Twilight Princess Link in Brawl.
In fact, so much so, on my shelf right now, I do have the Figma Twilight Princess Link.
I actually
have the Wolf Link amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
So, funnily enough, I ended up getting getting this game with the Wii that I initially
Alright,
had.
Betsy Ross.
Had gotten for Christmas. And it was a game that me and my family ended up playing. Hang on, what? Back?
Yeah.
So... Well, anyway. Hey, now that we have the double claw shot, let's go face this guy's second and last challenge. Hey, buddy.
Well, it's kind of funny. Some things that have happened recently. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones, the legendary music producer who produced Michael Jackson's Thriller album, died right around the time when October ended. So that's a little bit funny. We've also had some deaths in the anime community recently. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So... Come on, don't make me scroll. I am in the wrong channel, hang on. There's been a few people who have passed away recently.
Including Alan Rackins, the voice of Norman Osborn from Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, he did a really good job in that show. One of the big animation directors for I think it was My Hero Academia and Full Metal Alchemist and a bunch of other shows.
Yeah, and One Punch Man.
And One Punch Man, yeah. That guy died recently too. What was his name?
Shigami Ikeda.
paste it into the chat. I can read it.
Okay. You want me to put it into the chat?
Broadcast chat.
Okay, sending it in right about now.
Shigemi Ikeda.
Yep.
I don't have time to chat with fangirls. Go away.
Yeah, I felt kind of bad making that one girl in Skyward Sword fall in love with Link.
Oh yeah, but that's unfortunately a side quest.
Yeah. Oh. I thought I said the game audio before I started streaming.
Yeah, I was like, wait, where's
You
the
guys-
game audio?
Yeah, you guys can't hear the narrator. Like, but you guys also can't fucking see me. Hang on. There we go. Causality doesn't matter here. Suck it, Griffith.
So yeah, now that we have the double claw shot, we can get this chest.
The egg is hatched, you say. And it's about to ruin everything, you say. Oh.
So is that so that's not
remi-
so that's not the
reminds
egg
me of
that
Berserk.
so that's not the egg that's about to turn into Diablomon.
Diaborumon.
Ah! Gotta go back up.
I know I've already done this before, but I'm going to put on my inner JC Denton and ask, do you have a single fact to back that up?
Sec, I gotta.
I don't know. Considering I've just kind of woken up here. Kind of feel like you might have drugged me, Mr. Narrator. Hope you weren't planning on doing anything else with me while I was drugged.
The narrator's like,
Contemplating.
ugh, I gotta go west. So give me a sec. I summon thee. Oh, magic horse.
The harder it'll... Oh, the more trapped I am by her words, the harder it'll be to pull out, you say.
By the way,
Kinky.
Alt Zero.
Yeah.
Oh, there exists a Twilight Princess manga, and it is really good.
I heard about it, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen one volume of it. I saw some of the art, and it was like, oh wow, this is pretty good.
Akira Himikawa is the one who's been doing the Zelda manga.
There's like some for like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time was the first one she did, and then Majora's Mask and Link to the Past. For whatever reason, she didn't do Wind Waker, but she did. But she did Phantom Hourglass.
Interesting.
Oh, the DS game, right?
I'm like, it's kind of random to shoot. It's kind of random. I'm gonna just go for the sequel to Phantom Hourglass. Kind of weird how how they choose to adapt some of these things.
It's even more. I know. Not
they,
exactly.
And they're going to be releasing a complete box set for the Twilight Princess manga.
Ooh.
So if you're interested in grabbing that, and you should.
Yeah. That reminds me of a story when SNK, when it came to them releasing King of Fighters 96, like, the weird thing is, like, they redrew all the sprites to make them look proper, but then the gameplay ended up, like, how can I put this? Felt a bit kind of clunky to where they didn't have enough time to...
Yeah, a little bit of rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... You said that was 96, right?
Yes, KOF 96.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so they didn't have enough time to fix up.
If I recall correctly, even with like the way 96 played in the original wasn't as rough as the remaster, was it?
Well, from what I understand, because they were of course trying to meet the yearly crunch to put out the games yearly. It wouldn't be until like KOF 97 where the gameplay definitely feels much more refined. At the time.
I've been waiting.
So now I'm just gonna go around finding some of the other bugs before.
And we're about to break.
Are we?
And now onto Farron Woods.
You know, the funny thing is like, this was as you know, this was originally developed for the GameCube, but then they ended up making this port for the Wii.
Yeah, this was like one of the last major GameCube titles since the GameCube was pretty much on its way out. This was like, this had to have been like the mid-2000s. Yeah, this was like
2006.
Mid-2000s. Yeah.
Oh, magic horse. Yes, I'm quoting the big green dub. Oh, magic cloud. Oh, where did you get one of those? I don't know. Hop up and away.
It's Big Green. Let that child go.
Let's let that child alone.
Let that child alone.
Oh man.
I have not watched that dub, but I know the memes.
I'm staying away from that with a 10-foot pole.
Best of the Big Green dub is a brilliant piece of YouTube work.
You know, the one time TFS ended up making a reference to that in their actual abridgment was during what was it? Oh, it was Kai abridged.
Oh.
Let that Vegeta alone. And what the hell is he? He's a Super Cell. Oh no! You killed Vegeta! You killed Vegeta! You are so dead.
Wah wah.
Because Goku did say that he was going to deck Frieza in the schnoz. Which, to be fair, that is not a threat that Frieza has ever heard. You know, he's heard all these heroic phrases so wearily often, he's made a mental list of how many times he's heard such things.
Yep.
Even, we're going to, fuck your face. Oh my. Well. He's been doing this for so long that he has heard the phrase, "Hey, we're going to fuck your face." Which, by the way, for JoJo dub fans, and the guy who voice acts the quote-unquote face fucker is Howard Wang, the voice of Anasui.
Yeah. Oh, I met with him, yeah, last year.
Got a purple rupee, but it won't.
It won't budge, dang it.
Would it?
Now... Oh. Okay, so... Unfortunately, there are no new characters confirmed for Bleach Rebirth of Souls, because they're waiting until Veterans Day to do a character showcase. Come on! I'm spinning the nunchuck! God damn it, game! Stop harassing my horse. He does not take kindly to this level of harassment. She prefers head pats.
Yes.
I'm back here. I'm back here. Don't worry, we're gonna find your mate so that you can eat him. Fucking birds.
Let's see, a game I am looking forward to next year. Ah, there we go, found it. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
You're still making Fatal Fury games.
Yeah, but this is the one. City of the Wolves is, I believe, yeah, it was one that I feel like, yeah. Garo Mark of the Wolves.
Alright. Let's see what's next on my list of the bugs.
Yeah, looking back, yeah, there was supposed to be a Garo Mark of the Wolves sequel, but I think, 2000 was when, yeah, SNK went bankrupt.
Okay. Let's go to North Hyrule Field. So, it's kind of interesting how they let Twilight Princess Link have another shot at Smash Brothers in Smash 4 instead of just using Skyward Sword Link.
Let's see. Meanwhile, Ike gets a bit of a facelift going from his Path of Radiant Slug to Radiant Dawn.
Looking more like Guts.
Yeah.
But then again, a lot of Ike's design is based off of Guts.
Yep. And I think one little detail I noticed with Ganondorf from Brawl to Smash 4 is that he has like the glowing injury he got from getting stabbed. Like that I recall for a fact. Yeah.
Alright, got the stag beetle. Now I gotta find.
Well, I guess more like a scar, rather. Yeah.
Huh. Come to think of it.
Yeah.
Both butterflies. Both phasmids. On both ants. Looks like I'm going up Zoro's domain next. Midna, I understand that. Midna, I understand that you are not voiced by an English voice actress, but speak a language that we can understand. English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Do you understand?
You know, there was one guy on DeviantArt who ended up coming up with like a bunch of headcanon castings for Zelda characters. For Midna, he came up with Laura Bailey. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Get over here, you stupid bug. Just hold still and let me shoot you. You know...
Oh.
Get over here.
Come on.
Hey.
No.
I did not want to read the sign, game.
Get it?
Stupid fucking game. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah. Hey.
Do not make me claw shot you again. Come on. Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. So now I gotta go up Zoro's domain. Thankfully, I don't have to go... Oh, up it. You know what I mean? I like how the passage of time works better here than it does in Ocarina of Time. Oh, hi, Reekfish. There you are. Come here. Come down here. Come down here. There we go.
Another one.
Another one bites the dust. Now we got one more set that I am missing, which I believe...
Let's see. This.
Oh, I know where I gotta go now. I gotta go back to Farron. Specifically to the Hyrule Field of Farron. And then I gotta go back to Gerudo.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna go see the new My Hero Academia movie, and...
Oh yeah, the new MHA movie is really good.
Yeah. And I think after that, probably next week, the dub premiere for Dragon Ball Daima.
I'm not really all that interested in it. I know...
Yeah.
Oh, I get that Akira Toriyama's passing has made people want to see it, but I'm like, I've kind of... I know Stephanie Nadolny is in it, and that's really nice, but I can't bring myself to care about Dragon Ball all that much anymore.
That's fair, but I will say it's
fair.
really nice that Stephanie's playing Kid Goku again. That made me really happy. Because
Yeah.
come on, that voice is iconic. Kamehameha!
Meow.
Yeah.
I can still do the voice too.
And she still got it even after all this time.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? If I get to see Nadolny again, I'll be more than happy for her to sign my Dragon Ball Daima mini Goku figure.
Oh, that'd be
Right now.
nice.
Yeah. I
By
kid you not. I've seen, like, in person, out of all the Goku figure arts figures I have, this is the Daima version is probably the smallest, like, height-wise that I have.
Now, you know, in the point of where Daima takes place, I'm like, Gohan's the strongest in the universe, but still doesn't do crap.
I'm.
Nonsense.
They
That
somehow.
just that sounds like the news reporter in that Family Guy, the crazy black guy screaming at the top of his lungs.
What, Ollie Williams?
Yeah. Yes.
I have met Phil Lamar more than once.
That was him doing the voice.
Yeah. Everybody look like ants.
Lewis just got killed. Thank you.
Now we go to Ollie Williams for the Black U weather forecast. What's the weather looking like, Ollie? It's space weather! Alright. Got one more bug to find. Now he's laughing. Me? Because I just killed you. It's interesting how Gerudo Desert has changed between Ocarina of Time and this game. No longer is it the only theme in the game with good music. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not a big fan of Ocarina of Time's soundtrack all that much.
That's okay.
It's just like. Because I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, no, there's better Zelda music out there. And like that, we've gotten all the golden insects.
I do like the Smash Brothers remix of the Gerudo Valley that's featured in Smash 4 and Ultimate.
Oh, that one is so good.
Yes. It just feels like a more updated version of it, with just, yeah. If I had to be honest.
So, well, I kind of find it interesting how Oh, you know what's the most popular video that me and Alex had both made?
Which was that? I don't remember.
It was the Comics for All video where we went through...
The Beast Boy Raven video we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are still commenting on that every now and again, asking when we're going to do the sequel.
We'll get to it at some point. We'll get to it at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But first we've got a bunch of other things to do. We gotta set up a date and time.
Oh,
We gotta make... And... Oh, and we not only have the Robin one to do, but we also have Starfire's.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the Starfire one can't possibly be any worse than I Am Not Starfire.
Oh.
The other one that we did.
Do not get me started on that one. That was shit from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to go to Mallow Mart, because I got loads of rupees to spend, but so that way I could actually have an emptier wallet.
Yeah.
I swear that little twerp somehow managed to buy out an entire mart in Castletown. Hello, my good sir.
Smitten, I was talking about the narrator, but thank you for confirming that you like the sound of your own voice.
Alright, I got the magic armor.
Hooray!
So, as long as I have rupees, I would be unable to run out of health. What are you saying? I know I could take a lot of anime, but come on. I mean, one of my favorite running jokes from the Brain Scratch Comms Mega Man playthroughs is whenever Ryan plays Airman Gatao Sanai, which is I can't defeat Airman.
Oh, the Mega Man 2 Let's Play. Ah, yes. Roboticized Namekian trees.
Still one of the most random comparisons Lewis has ever made.
And Mega Man, whenever he moves to the right, falls like a rock. My God!
Alright, time to learn our last skill. All from the Hero's Shade. So yeah, this will be the last time we see this guy.
I'm guessing this is a reference to one of the previous timelines or so, the Fallen Hero.
Basically, the Hero's Shade is Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask Link. But because he was filled with so much regret for not being able to do more, or apparently they ended up being like, oh, we're going to let your spirit linger so that you could teach each of your descendant in new moves. Now I gotta unleash my spin attack.
Alright, not one, but three.
Last technique, great spin. I could not convey the lessons of that life to those who came after, At last I have eased my regrets. You who have marched through countless foes, each mightier than the last. You who now gaze to the future with vision unclouded. Surely you can restore Hyrule to its stature of yore as the chosen land of the gods. Farewell. Go and do not falter, my child. But you ain't my daddy. Well, we'll come back to you, Mr. Barrier.
I mean, that depends on what you think my job is. Speaking of job, Kevin,
What?
let's talk about that totally awesome movie both of us watched over the weekend.
Ah!
Yeah, Venom 3 was fucking terrible.
It was.
Oh.
It was Michael Bay Transformers level of terrible. This movie was Revenge of the Fallen bad, and frankly, like, I had to look it up and see, like, hey, was this written during the writer's strike? No, it fucking wasn't. The script was finished before the writer's strike started. The film had to stop because of the actors' strike, but they resumed. Excuse me, there's not really anything missing from it that I can see. It was just written by a complete fucking hack. That it seems like the film legitimately seems like it had scenes randomly generated at times. Like it's got too many characters. It's got every fucking cliche in the book. There's all kinds of stuff. There's too much shit going on in the film, and like, there's so much cringe shit, like the fucking hippie family that Eddie and Venom run
By
into
the way,
later.
the hippie family dad is played by Reese Ifans.
Reese Ifans. What are you doing in this movie, buddy? Not like what do you? I would have liked to have Reese Ifans in this film, in a better role. Why do you have fucking Lizard in a Spider-Man film when he ain't playing the fucking lizard?
Who knows at this point?
Okay, so the film starts off with, you know, it literally essentially is just Revenge of the Fallen. Right down to the fucking death of Optimus Prime scene that they shoehorned in, except it's the death of Venomous Prime, except I'm pretty sure Venom's not actually dead, because at the end of the film, like, Null, who's played by Andy Serkis, who is also completely fucking wasted in the film.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, as wasted
as
as
Marvel
he was in
is-
Star Wars sequels.
As Marvel is very much allergic to letting cool villains actually be cool.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. I want to know what the original plan for this movie was before Feige decided that he didn't want Venom in the MCU anymore. But yeah, so this is the. Now I have to go look this up because I don't remember the name of the director. But it was the director's. It was the director's first movie. Yeah, Kelly Marcel. Somebody named Kelly Marcel. She's a screenwriter from England, right? She. Oh God. Okay, so here's her filmography. She was the script editor for a movie called Bronson. She was a script editor on a movie called The Heavy, starring Vinnie Jones and Christopher Lee. She wrote Saving Mr. Banks. She wrote 50 Shades of Grey. She did script work on Mad Max Fury Road. She was a writer of the original Venom and Venom 2, yo. In between those two, she also wrote Cruella. I'm not gonna hold that against her, because I thought Venom was alright, and I thought Let There Be Carnage was fucking awesome. But, for some reason they decided to let her direct. And, like, speaking of people who are wasted on this film, guess who was the cinematographer on this film?
Who?
Fabian Wagner.
What?
Yeah, the Justice League guy.
Oh.
He also shot Overlord, which was also really well done. But he's mainly a TV guy. He's known for doing stuff like Game of Thrones and Sherlock and The Crown and things like that. And he's done some House of the Dragon episodes and things like that. Really good cinematographer. He's really good at what he does. Don't hold the fact that he also shot Victor Frankenstein against him. And that film looks good despite its problems. So anyways, yeah. So the film begins in the post-credits scene of Venom 2 and
no, it's the post-credits scene in No Way Home, and then
it's technically both.
And then he gets transported back into his universe.
Yeah. Yeah, and decides, well, after getting drunk, he and Eddie and Venom have this really cringy attempt to fake being a bartender, and it's not really entertaining. And for the most part, like, all of the main thing I liked about the previous Venom films was the dynamic between Eddie and Venom, and their dynamic kind of sucks now.
Yeah, Venom ends up taking the full-blown retard pills that Connor Kent from Young Justice has been passing out.
Yeah, Connor's jumped over from the multiverse through the multiverse and handed Venom his entire stash. Because Venom
specifically the symbiote.
Venom does some really stupid shit in this film that Eddie tries to stop, and yeah. So speaking of people from other Marvel products in this film, Chiwetel Ejiofor is in this.
Yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor is in this. I first thought that was Harry Lennox, but then I'm like, no way, he doesn't sound like him.
Yeah, no.
And the worst part is like, I ended up making the weird comparison of this being essentially a poor man's and Man of Steel and BVS. Molded into one. Because Venom has a goddamn codex after saving Eddie's bacon from the first movie, which you would think that would attract Null's attention, and when he fully more. Yeah, before now,
also,
but no, it doesn't.
Yeah, somehow it's only, despite it being like 6 years between Venom 1 and Venom 4. Yeah, it literally is 6 years, because 2018 Venom, and then 2024 is The Last Dance. And, The Last Dance doesn't actually have a fucking... There's no connection to it. Like, the title, they dance in the film with the Asian lady who owns the convenience store.
Who is the only recurring character from the previous two films that reprises.
Yeah, so I have to explain for a second here. So,
Mrs. Chen.
Okay. Yeah, so Mrs. Chen. So, Patrick Mulligan. The fuck is Patrick Mulligan? Oh yeah. So,
Oh, that is a creepy smirk from Midna.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out who some of these characters were, because they
Patrick Mulligan, aka Toxin.
Yeah, Toxin. And, part of the premise of the film is that, Null, the symbiote king guy, who was supposed to be the main villain the overarching villain of Thor: Love and Thunder, but wasn't because of rights issues. Not that I'm saying his presence there would have improved the film in any way whatsoever, because that film was fucking terrible. But, so part of the premise of the film is that, after Venom fused with Eddie to fix him up after he died in Venom 1, and that created a codex. What's a codex in this film? I'm glad you asked. The codex is a key. The codex,
Codex is a key. Null.
Yeah, the codex is a key that will unlock Null's prison. Null is the guy who created the symbiotes back in the day, Why?
Then
I
they
don't
had
fucking know.
But then they had a rebellious phase and decided.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's hard to really take the symbiotes in this movie seriously when most of them get jobbed out by a single creature that Null sends. I'm not joking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The fucking xenophages, which is not. By the way, Wikipedia has links to all of the characters. Xenophages are. I'm assuming the xenophage is not something that was created by Marvel Comics. In fact, xenophage Marvel. I'm going to Google that now. Oh no, xenophage. Xenophage is... Okay, it is. They are symbiote hunters. Let's see. Symbiote hunters first showed up in Venom the Hunted in #1, 1996.
Yeah, and
Okay, that
right
works
now
out.
at this point, Midna is trying to hide in my shadow. Oh, willfully. Well, hopefully just because she feels deep shame about abandoning the people of this realm.
Yeah, according to the Marvel Wiki, that they have nothing to do with.
Look at how far this place stretches.
Yeah, they essentially have nothing to do with Null. So that's great. But yeah, when I couldn't remember because there's just so many fucking characters and species in Marvel Comics. I couldn't remember if they were originally from the comics or not. But the thing is, like, Young Justice has essentially overwritten my concept of a xenophage in my head. You know?
Anyway, if you try to go into these clouds of smoke as Human Link, you'll be forcibly transformed into Wolf Link.
Okay.
Ow. Bag.
Very helpful, honey. Thank you.
Okay, I get a chest. What does it contain? Who knows? A small key. I wonder... Oh, right, I'm supposed to... Oh, right.
Except for all the other voices I have in my head.
So essentially, even though Venom wants to go to New York, or
Yeah,
during
Venom
a
wants
bit,
to go on a road trip to New York. That doesn't
But-
happen. This is not a road trip movie.
but
That would have been a good premise for a film. Almost like Venom was like in San Francisco, and then he and Eddie go back to New York. Or because like J. Jonah Jameson contacts him and is like, Eddie, I need you on a job. I was like, no, they're wanted criminals now for some reason.
no, they're wanted criminals because of the death of that one cop in the previous movie.
Yeah, the guy who isn't dead, who got symbioted by somebody else, and Mordo imprisons him.
Yeah, no, Mordo imprisons a different guy.
Oh, that was a different guy? I can't fucking tell.
Mordo
The
imprisons.
movie doesn't do a good job of explaining this shit.
Mordo imprisons the bartender. Or
Oh,
the guy who got killed was the police guy. Guy that tried to help out Eddie, but then ended
hang
up.
on. Who was that guy? Who was that guy in the box? That wasn't the bartender, was it?
Box?
Because he didn't have... Yeah, the guy who was in the box at the start of the film. Okay, let me look this up.
Yeah, because this is gonna bug.
Oh yeah, Mulligan. Okay, yeah, Mulligan is still alive.
Yeah, Mulligan. Yeah, Patrick Mulligan.
Yeah, Mulligan was the guy who was in the box.
But then he ended up getting possessed by. He ended up.
Yeah, by the big green symbiote or the blue one. And I.
No, it was the
blue-green.
It was the green one. On the green one, which is Toxin.
I thought the yellow one was Toxin.
Well, in this movie, it's Toxin.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is incredibly helpful, guys. Hang on, let me look this up. Oh yeah, so part of the premise is that Area 51 is closing down, but the secret base underneath Area 51 is still gonna be there. I don't really get that.
Yeah.
Toxin symbiote. No, Toxin is apparently red and black. Huh.
Yeah, they're... Yeah.
I always thought the yellow one was Toxin. Apparently that's somebody else.
And, you know, the worst part is And the worst part is because I don't read...
Name.
And the worst part is because I don't read comics. This is essentially my introduction to these, symbiote characters.
Scream?
Oh,
okay, Scream
no.
is the female one. Phage...
Guys.
Phage is the yellow one. The male yellow symbiote is Phage. Except in the mainline comics, he's purple and pink. No, he's pink and yellow. Man, I don't fucking know. There's too much shit going on here.
Now I'm fighting a whole bunch of mechs. Fighting a projection of sand.
Anyways, let's just... Closing down Area 51 is not something that would ever happen. And, like, it would become a tourist trap before it would actually become before it would ever become, like, abandoned, you know? So, Reese Farms and the hippie family are on
They want to go on a road trip to
here, they're on a road trip to Area 51. And now, this is the first of many examples of the movie having things just happen and meandering everywhere for no apparent reason.
By the way, guys, you know how in other Zelda games there are these things called floor masters?
Yeah, there's also wall masters.
Well, this is the only dungeon that has any sort of thing like that, and they are a pain in the ass.
Is there a ceiling master as well?
No, it's this thing that I have to contend with.
Yeah, so if Eddie dies, the codex in his neck explodes. If Venom dies, the codex in his neck explodes. For some reason, the codex only exists when Venom fully, gets his little Kamen Rider transformation on with Eddie.
Yeah, it's only when they're...
It's gonna be important later.
It's only when they're fully transformed.
Yeah.
Oh, and in their first attempt to try to get to New York after beating up a bunch of guys who were trying to use a bunch of cute puppies for dogfighting.
So Eddie and Venom have their friendly little John Wick exchange with some Mexican gangsters who are fighting dogs, and you know, they kill all of them. And you know, the film doesn't transform Venom as often as I would have liked it to, because Venom and Eddie don't go into their full form.
At the very least, you could stun the stupid
Very
man.
often. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And then this is after they come back from the MCU, and then they go along, and it's like, and Eddie is like they're gonna be after us for killing those gangsters. Is like, I kind of don't think they will. In fact, that never actually comes up ever again.
No, they were going after them for the death of that cop.
Yeah, well, they were going after him for the death of the cop. It was like, that was on the news, even down in Mexico, apparently. And then Mordo shows up with the goon squad and kidnaps the bartender. Apparently, they've been capturing symbiotes that are all over the world that are there for some reason, and they've all been fleeing Null, and Null is like trying to kill them for imprisoning him. And so he sends the xenophages after him, and the xenophages can sense the codex, even though their whole purpose is to hunt symbiotes already. So they should be able to sense that Eddie has a symbiote in him. And then they go on this road trip, and Eddie grabs onto a plane, and they're outside the plane, and then they get attacked by a xenophage. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out. I gotta meet up with a friend because we're gonna be planning some conventions coming up for next year.
Oh, cool.
Well, I hope you have...
Take care, man.
Take care. It's nice having you around.
Of course.
Feel free to join us on our other excursions.
Oh, yeah.
Come on!
Yeah, they go on the plane, they get attacked by the xenophage. They throw the xenophage into the plane's engine like it's fucking fucking Syndrome. And
which, by the way, that doesn't kill the xenophage.
Yeah, that doesn't kill. Not only does that not kill the xenophage, that doesn't damage the plane.
Yeah, even though realistically that would take down the entire plane. Which, by the way, Venom, why didn't you think of doing something a bit more sensible for your little attempt at escaping?
Yeah, he could have stowed away in the cargo hold.
Or
would have been more pleasant than flying on the outside. Hey,
or
hey, don't you have wings? Couldn't you have flown?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Meanwhile, Joseph Joestar would be like, "Quit flapping, you son of a bitch!"
And I saw her face, and I'm a believer. No trace down in my mind.
Gotta find one more soul.
Yeah, and so Eddie wanders around and he finds the hippie family and goes with them to Las Vegas.
First he ends up getting pursued. He ends up being found by the government agents, and
found by the government agents, and he kills one.
Oh, and we also gotta mention. Yeah, and we also gotta mention that briefly Venom possessed a horse, and we got treated to the tune of "Don't Stop Me Now," out of which I'm like, why?
That was fucking terrible. Oh, I love the song. I love using that song in great context, but it's like I could. You could maybe use a different song. fucking
Yeah.
bicycle race would have worked better than that.
Yeah.
And it would have been, like, fucking Sonic used Don't Stop Me Now recently.
Yeah, in 2020.
Yeah, yeah, like, Don't Stop Me Now is a great song, but it's getting overplayed. Like, seriously, in movie soundtracks, they're using it fucking constantly. Like, I liked its use in the credits for Bohemian Rhapsody, and I liked its use in Sonic the Hedgehog. But it just shows up, and it was like maybe we could, I don't know, Ace of Spades by Motorhead. That would have been a good idea. Yeah, Eddie gets PTSD. There's a bunch of animal transformations in the river escape sequence. That's cool. It's a shame the film is so bad. Like, it's the Michael Bay Transformers thing, where it's like you've done the surface level amount of work to make this, like, somewhat appealing as a concept, but it's just schlop. It's like mindless fucking fluff between like the connective tissue is like leading us into the next action scene. And it's like there's this whole fucking sequence where, like, Eddie gets his feet pissed on after he goes to Las Vegas with the fucking hippie family, and by some douchebag, and Eddie, like, knocks this guy out, takes his suit, and is like that would have been a cool little James Bond moment, because I think at one point people were thinking, like, Tom Hardy was going to be the next James Bond, and so they, you know, because he's in the suit, he could have, like, done some smooth looking swaggery stuff. He could have used, like, Venom to cheat at poker or some shit.
No,
like,
Venom sucks at gambling.
Venom immediately goes to a fucking slot machine and wastes all the money the hippie guy gave him, because I don't remember Reese Fonz's name. And he immediately, like, the symbiote immediately develops a gambling addiction.
Martin Moon is the name of the character.
Oh yeah, Martin Moon. And the symbiote immediately develops a gambling addiction, and then that never shows up again. And they, you know how they, so they find Mrs. Chen at the
slot
Vegas,
machine,
right? And she's winning big. She's got a big suite and everything. And it's like you'd think that this would be leading to something. It fucking doesn't. All it leads to is her dancing with Venom, tipping off the fucking xenophages, because the xenophages
only one xenophage has been active throughout the entire movie. They only send in multiple when the other first symbiote sort of thing.
Oh yeah, the point is that, like, it gives them away. The thing finds them almost immediately. It's like, hey, come on, guys, you couldn't have used, like, their fucking superhero-ness about this than, like, power and responsibility, and it was like Spider-Man related, guys. We could have done something with this, but no. Oh, like, did the fucking tuxedo guy not have any money on him? Yeah, oh, that's not good.
So
this doesn't sound. The drawing became simple, the music became discordant, and I think I'm just going to leave now.
So we have this scenario where we're being attacked by multiple Zant heads that are firing shots at us, and we can't really do much against them aside from jumping at them repeatedly as a wolf. There's a researcher in this movie named Sadie Christmas, and they really want you to know. Oh, Oh, that she likes Christmas.
She wears a fucking Christmas tree pin on her lab coat. The symbiote she transforms into later on is fucking bright green, too.
Yep.
It's like, at this point I was like, it was like, is Tom Hardy into... Because Tom Hardy co-wrote this movie. You know, I was thinking it was like is Tom Hardy, like, into black girls who wear green?
Who knows?
I'm not complaining, but, like, these people aren't fucking characters. Speaking of a whole lot of no character, let me pull up the other researcher's name.
Teddy Payne, who is a gender bent version.
Oh yeah, gender bent version of Dr. Teddy Payne, without changing the first name of the character. Yeah, that's at least when they made Starbuck female in Battlestar Galactica, they gave her a different fucking name. I mean, granted, like, Apollo and Starbuck were their names in the originals, but, you know. Yeah, Thaddeus... Oh, come on. Thaddeus Payne... Okay, so apparently Thaddeus was her twin brother, the guy who got struck by lightning in a completely useful flashback sequence that we have at the start of the film. And her getting struck by lightning leads to her getting a symbiote that turns her into the fucking Flash. I ain't fucking kidding.
No, I know you're not. Because don't forget, you and I have both seen this movie.
Yeah, no, this film is fucking dumb. Yeah, by the way, hey, Thaddeus Payne, yeah, he was one of the guys who experimented on Morbius in the comics. Like, he was a fucking ruthless character, or he was a fucking super villain, right? And like, they fucking give his name to some no-ass character. Frankly, like, if all of these characters had been... This is a common issue with amateur writers in things like this. They have too many fucking characters and not enough character traits to go around. Like, the strongest characters in this film are in, like, order of, like, in order of characterization, I'd say that the strongest characters in this film are Venom Duo and Rex Strickland. Because Strickland has, like, reasons for the things that he does.
Yep.
And he doesn't even get to survive the film. Which is kind of sad, because, like, he goes out a fucking hero. But I'm not really sure, hero, in quotes, because I'm not really sure what the fuck is going on in that scene. Because, like, they go to Area 51 on the fucking, when the Xenophage ambushes them at Mrs. Chen's apartment, the army guys come and get him, come and get Eddie and Venom. They separate him with a sonic cannon and vacuum up Venom and put Eddie in a cell, you know, and then they put Venom in a container. Christmas Girl somehow decides that she's going to take, she's going to bond with Venom real quick to get him back to Eddie, and Eddie, like, it's a good thing she did that, even though that happens off screen, because that saves Eddie's life, because, Rex decides quite reasonably once he's found out all the shit that's gonna happen, is like how the, you know, Null is gonna try and declare war on the universe and destroy the whole world. Well, so he's like, okay, hey, well, no, if the Codex only exists when Eddie and Venom are alive, and if I kill one or both of them, then they can't unleash this guy, so, you know, Eddie killed one of my guys, and these aliens have gotten a bunch of my other guys killed, and I don't trust Pain and Christmas anymore, so I'm just gonna start shooting motherfuckers and be done with it. And frankly, for as much as I like Eddie and Venom as characters, I was kind of done with their shtick in this film. So I just wanted the movie to end by that point. And you know, I was kind of on board with him. I was like, okay, let's see how's Eddie gonna get out of this? And then it's like Venom, he gets shot and then Venom fixes him. And it was like, oh, okay. So I guess it's a good thing that all of the people on this team are fucking retarded.
Yep.
Like how exactly could any of this have been sensible? None of this is sensible. None of this makes any sense. None of this is good. And then, you know, all that leads to, all that leads towards, a showdown with between all the Power Ranger symbiotes, and because they literally are colored like the Power Rangers, Power Ranger symbiotes and the fucking xenophages, and more of the xenophages start spawning in via wormholes that Null is able to conjure for some reason. And like Venom decides, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take all these guys over, and you know, they have a little fight, and you know, Strickland decides. Somehow Strickland kills one of his own men who was assimilated by a symbiote, even though, like, Venom has survived far worse than that one symbiote did. And granted, like, there is this whole thing about compatibility in the symbiote things, but it's like... Venom decides that he's going to, when they're getting overwhelmed, Venom decides he's gonna, like, he heals up Eddie after he gets wounded and decides that he's gonna sacrifice himself to destroy the xenophages. Why they wouldn't just send more xenophages at this point, I'm not sure. And then Strickland uses the acid that the military was using to melt down the Area 51 stuff to kill Venom and the xenophages. Why exactly Pain couldn't have used a Super Flash Agony creature to speed Eddie and Strickland out of there, and also, like Venom as well, is kind of, when they blow up the xenophages, is kind of weird. Also, it's kind of weird how Strickland decides to blow himself up with a grenade that somehow causes the entire thing to explode. There might have been explosives around there too, but it's like,
who knows?
I feel like the usage of nuclear weaponry would have been heavily advised at this point. Maybe we could have called in fucking Spider-Man.
Alex, we don't know who's Spider-Man at this point.
Fucking hell, we could have gotten Morbius. Morbius has fucking powers.
Yeah, but...
You know, let's get Sydney Sweeney and her awesome boobs in here. She should have spider powers by this point in the timeline. And her and the other Spider-Girls were predicted to be the to be Spider-Girls by this point in time. And there should be a Spider-Man in this universe somehow. Oh, fuck, if this film had taken place in the MCU, we could have had so many more interesting things. Hell, we could have had so many more interesting things happening in the fucking movie if they'd have just gone back for another pass on the script. Because every single line in this film is a piece of placeholder dialogue. Every single connective joint in this film looks like it was put together on the first try. Everything is wrong with this movie that can be. It's just that it's prettier than Madame Web because it actually has a decent budget. And it actually, well, Madame Web had a decent budget too. But here's the thing. Madame Web was a complete and utter fucking disgrace of a movie when it came to screenwriting, fucking choreography, cinematography, storyboarding. This film is coherent in terms of storyboarding and visual effects and like cinematography and focus and everything. It's not as bad as Madame Web, but you know what it is bad? You know what is bad? The fucking script. All of the characters are bland, one note at best. The hippie family is lucky that they even exist. I would have written them out. They don't need to be here. Eddie could have just walked to Las Vegas for all I care. We could have just cut and he was there. We could have cut out, you know what we could have cut out? We could have cut out half this fucking movie. Because, like I said, everything is like the first piece of dialogue that you come up with when you're like, hey, I gotta put something here to get us to the next bit. I'll go back and rewrite it. And then they didn't rewrite it. Like, let me go look at Tom Hardy's writing credits.
And now my Master Sword has become a lightsaber.
Okay, Control F. Okay, so he co-wrote Let There Be Carnage. So Let There Be Carnage was fucking great. But like, this film, Let There Be Carnage was a film that like, it kicked along really, really fast, you know? And this film fucking does it. Like, everything, it goes one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And then this film is like, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and it's like, oh, fucking kill me now. I don't know. Kevin, what else do you think? Enough about my rant.
I just feel like at this point, Zack Snyder should sue. They're taking
what'd you say?
Because they're taking his ideas.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's like a combination of... It's like a combination of Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, and fucking, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and like, that's why I said that it seems like it was written during the fucking strike, or right before the strike. But it wasn't. It was the script was completed before the strike, and you know what they could have done? They could have like revised dialogue during filming. Edward Norton does that all the time. Like, that was one of the things he did on The Incredible Hulk. He was always going back and cleaning up dialogue, making sure everything was tight.
And yet, for some reason, he wasn't given proper royalties.
Yeah, well, they cut his fucking name off of that script, even though, well, like, 90% of the dialogue was his. Because dialogue isn't as important as, oh, this happens in this place, in this location. It's like, you know... Locations can change. Dialogue dialogue can change, but you gotta have good shit for the characters to say, because otherwise you wind up with stuff like this, where the characters are just saying and spouting cliches from the big book of cliches. There's a big book of cliches. There are literally writing books out there that have like outlines for things that you can do, but you're supposed to like expand upon them. You don't.
Yeah.
like if we
Like
you
how?
can, the hero's journey is an example of that. Like Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey is like, so you can. Yeah, the Smitten's going a little bit crazy, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
So, Alec,
Yeah.
keep in mind, like, you've confessed to me that during the writing phase of some of your works, you tend to avoid writing a lot of dialogue because you prefer to be more of an action-oriented kind of guy.
Well, yeah. Like if I lay down the events first, I can figure out what the characters say later. That's usually what I wind up doing. Because, like, back when I first started writing, I wrote a couple of stories where the characters didn't speak to each other at all for like 40 or so pages. And it wasn't until I had to like knuckle down, because when I read the last Animorphs book, I was so incensed by that stupid fucking ending. Like, it's a great series, but it is like a dumb fucking ending that didn't set up a sequel that never fucking happened. So I was so incensed by that I decided that I was going to rewrite the ending and figure out something better to do. And that kind of taught me how to more deftly integrate dialogue into characters' actions, because Animorphs, you require a narrative. Like, it's told from the first person, and characters interact a lot. So you have to get the personalities right, and things like that. Oh, God.
And yet, that it's like, that has hardly been an issue for me with a lot of characters.
You do a good job coming up with like, okay, so this character should say this stuff at this point. I mean, that's something I like about working with you.
I appreciate that sentiment.
Because that attitude has helped me fill out the list of things that need to get done. And because if you look back, like you can see that a lot of there's a lack of internal narration in some of my earlier works, and then later on I kind of figure that out more. Ah, God fucking damn it!
Now these sand heads are just gonna go down on like clockwork. All just because my master sword, as I said, is a lightsaber.
Bum 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 bum.
The weird thing is that our scaling when it comes to Zelda is weird as hell, man. Like, there are and I do stress, so many arguments for that series cosmology, that I'm just like, what even is this? Like they'll even argue that
this is new content here. This is a little bit fucked up, Smitten. I wasn't. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Like, let me put it to you this way: Versus Battle Wiki, as unreliable a source as that is, has this thing where apparently Ganondorf's little ball of energy that he fires at Link during his fight with during their fight in Ocarina of Time is somehow a planetary level attack. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's weird, man. Like,
and there's more new content.
So it's like anytime, like oftentimes, I'm kind of like the opposite of you in the regard of like like, I don't really use too much action to really write the story, because I'm not that big a fan. Because even though I could write some interesting action pieces, I'm not exactly all that oriented towards it. And as you can tell. Will these Muckla giants just piss right off?
Gizmo says hotel ass.
On your stream?
Yes.
You're online, Gizmo. Feel free to join.
Be gentle, this is first time.
Sora's first time. Always an adventure. That's a joke from SGB. Got another small key. All right.
That's interesting. I don't think I've run into that before.
Got the big key, because we won't be able to get to the boss without it.
A little bit. AO3 is updating their terms of service, apparently. that was a load-bearing knife.
Nice, red rupee. Oh, come on. Ugh.
Reach forward and fumble around a bit, huh? Sounds like you might be describing sex.
No!
What just happened?
I fell. Ugh. I gotta go all the way up. All over again. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, you and me both, buddy.
Ow. Grr. Goodbye. Booyah. I've got a whole room of these guys. Oh, thank God. Now, finally open the door.
Open the door.
Alright, Zant. We're finally here to beat your ass into a bloody pulp. Let's do this. So he's just casually sitting there, chillaxing on his throne like a baller.
And all of a sudden, some schmuck bursts through his door.
One of them yelled out,
Get on your knees!
and he responded with,
I'm not your mother last night!
and he took exception to that.
And I took exception.
Yeah, we screwed your mother bad.
Oh, yeah.
And now we see Zant's creepy little face. Don't twist your body like that. That's creepy. He says he found a god, but in reality he found Ganondorf, who just happened to gain an absurd amount of power by entering this realm. So in the manga version of Link's visit to the Palace of Twilight, turns out the town that he was stationed at back when he was young, where he was training to be a guard for the royal family. When Link pulled out that sword, he ended up inadvertently transporting the entire town into the realm of Twilight. But he put it back in, and they ended up returning back to the realm of light.
So Kevin, do you think Venom is actually dead, or is he gonna come back in the next movie?
I don't know at this point, because Tom Hardy's not doing the role anymore.
Yeah. What do you think Null's big plan is going to be? Because he said, "Oh, now that Venom is dead, Earth is unguarded, and I can commence my takeover." It's like, okay, so we're gonna have to gather the Dragon Balls to resurrect Venom so that he can be the lethal protector again, or are we actually going to shock and fucking awe bring Spider-Man into this film?
Oh boy, here we go with this boss fight. Usurper King, Zant.
Hands, shadow. Vaguely looks like me. Is that the Smitten? Did he stick around with her? See, like, granting wishes and shit. If you have granted any wishes when you were with me, buddy.
Now Zant's just shaking up the floor.
That sounds interesting.
Now we're underwater. Oh my.
Well, if this is a dream, then it would very well be like that. Like, okay. Yeah, but I don't want to eat, like, 5 good meals in a row. Are we having a degustation or something? Do I have a black hole in my stomach? I'm not really sure what giant bird rabbit creatures eat. Or how much they need to. Honey, I think we need to just leave. We leave now. The stuff that's happening to the food is what was happening to her when I was asking her what she wanted to do.
Alex, I think my boss might have taken some drugs.
What might lead you to that conclusion?
Because he's acting like a whack job. Now we're inside the ice mountains.
Yeah, drawing quality is getting worse down here. I suppose I need to go do some push-ups to burn off all these calories. Be back in about 20 minutes, honey. You know I don't do less than 100 push-ups in a set. No, that's not how that works. I mean, granted, it can be how it works, but that's not technically how it works unless you're, like, sick or overeating. Which, granted, we have consumed, like, several three-course meals all in a row. And now it's gotten even sketchier. Oh god, I hate it when it gets like that. That's the... Oh god, I can fucking smell the aroma he's talking
Now
about.
we're just outside of Hyrule Castle. And now he's just busting out swords. Slashing me, you friggin' weirdo.
I'd be tired after eating, what is it, 4 meals now?
Ow.
No?
What is going on
Over here or over with you?
with me?
Oh, okay.
Is he just... He's just turned into a top at this point.
I'm not sure we're married yet, but I just met her today, buddy.
And now he's finally beaten.
That's interesting.
Yep, I totes beat the main villain of the game, guys. And Midna is still not cured.
Okay, yep, that definitely is the smitten. Yeah, she hears voices in her head that counsel her and understand as well. Or perhaps don't understand. Yeah, is that a face? It kind of looks like us if we were drawn really poorly. Like to do things in my life other than eat. You know, there is like...
Midna just no-diffed him with a fraction of her power.
You know, taking a run down by the lake, cooking the food. That's cool. I like cooking food. Oh, let's have an imaginary nap, and then he can have his imaginary rest, and then we can come back to our imaginary table and have our imaginary conversation. How about that?
Alright.
Where do you get off stealing one of the voices in my head?
Yeah, she's gonna be waiting a little while longer, Midna, because I've got other shit to do.
Yeah.
And I've got the last heart container.
Sure! Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking Gerudo? Pokemon? Tetris?
Lucky Star.
Mario Kart? I can play some Super Smash Brothers.
Alright. So yeah, this game's plot was hijacked by Ganon. Only one thing to do, and that's not to go fix it. Why? Because we've got some arbiter, or we've got some stuff to do in the Gerudo Desert. Let's go here. So remember that piece of the Bridge of Eldin that we collected a little while back?
Yeah.
Well, turns out there's a cave underneath it, and we're gonna be trying to do all that.
Dude. Dude, I don't want to fucking cheat. I want to learn how to play a game. You're not voice of the gamer, clearly. Yeah, kind of like that last Venom movie. Smash hands on keyboard so we get done. No, I kind of think like I'm maybe a little bit ahead of the game. This actually looks like an interesting game. I wouldn't mind playing this. Hey, Black Tabby. If you've been able to get past the discussion of the Venom film and all the other stuff that we've done in this, I want this game. This game looks interesting. Make a game as interesting as this. I know you had some idea of what it was supposed to be in your heads when you drew all this stuff. So just, like, I don't know. This would be, call it, like, Slay the Princess, the board game. From Happily Ever After, the board game. Happily Ever After, a Slay the Princess board game. Or tabletop game. Yeah, and then, you know, we can have ourselves a little official piece of tabletop merchandise. Yeah, possibly, but who cares? We had fun. Yeah. This is how you do stuff like this. This is we learn the games as we go, and occasionally we have to start a whole session over. But you know what? That's how you get good at playing board games.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so, Mr. Reptile Arms Bird Rabbit Man is playing a board game with Princess. That's just a thing. We're doing that, apparently. Thank you. I want her to win this time. There we go. The game is listening to me. Ow.
Skulltula.
Yeah, we just need to go out and buy an expansion pack.
That'll totally solve all of our problems.
Yeah, that's how all the great board games do. We'll get a new edition. Yeah, see, if this is supposed to be tedious, it's not. I do this all the time. Yeah, we just go and we pick out a different board game. Hard over there. Why is that part of building the board game? Yeah. Hey, who here has seen Star Trek Generations?
Now,
because this is starting to remind me of the Nexus from that movie. Everything is perfect. Too perfect. Huh.
oh, hello, easily demonetizable body of the Great Fairy. The Cave of Ordeals.
Yeah, let's... Board game. We don't need to keep buying the new expansion packs, honey. Yeah, we're happy until we exhaust something. I hate you, Mr. Opportunist. I'm gonna flowers for Algernon this stuff. Page asks, did you kill the princess yet? I killed the princess in the last one. And this is not this. I'm not going to kill this princess. She's a sweet little cinnamon roll. Why? Oh, I see you're simping. Of course I fucking am. You watched the earlier part of the stream? No, I just joined. Well... Yeah, so this is the innocent princess, aka the damsel. She is freaking adorable. Oh, cool. Kill her. No! Look at her, you wouldn't?
Alex, you should know Benjamin by now. He is a man of poor taste.
You were thinking with your dick, stop that. I mean, well, you know, I wasn't at first. I just wanted to see what would happen. I wasn't at first, he admits it. Stop that, Alex. I mean, I mean, if you want to see some of the weird shit in this game, I can certainly show you.
And yes, going down here is required for 100% because you gotta find a post.
Stop that, Alex. I mean, it would slay.
By the way, did you know that there's a Cave of Ordeals on the Wii U version of this game for Wolf Link that's only unlockable through an amiibo?
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's hard.
I believe it.
Oh, good, I have a red potion.
Slay her now, this is your chance. No, she's sweet and adorable. She's got a nice rack. And beautiful hair. And eyes that are a little bit creepy. Push her out the window. I think we're both going to leave out the window. Push her downstairs. With the murder ban.
Yeah.
Called Slay the Princess doesn't mean we have to. I finished Silent Hill 2 Remake. Good for you! How was it? All women are evil, this is the lesson I've learned, and that's definitely what the game is. Okay, yeah, so as somebody who knows a thing or two about the original Silent Hill 2. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Push her down, come on. There wasn't an option for that. A quiet moment passes over you, a comfortable quiet. Shut up and dance with me. NGL, it wasn't in Silent Hill 2, and that would have made things so much easier. Fuck that bitch. Which bitch are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin and your arms stretch to their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand and hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever. And she's about to get eaten by the hare. It's cold outside, no kind of atmosphere. I'm all alone, more or less. Let me fly far away in the sun, fun, in the sun. Wanna fly, shipwrecked, comatose, drinking fresh mango juice. Let me
red
fly.
toes, living on my toes. Fun, 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 in the sun.
We're not going to be able to watch all of Red Dwarf. We should watch, like, a couple of them.
Red Dwarf is such a funny and good show.
I love that show. Have you ever watched the American pilot for that show?
No, I haven't.
So they got Robert Llewellyn like right for the pilot, and then they got this like Arnold Schwarzenegger looking motherfucker to play the main guy that Craig Charles played in the original. His name escapes me at the moment. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, you mean Lister?
Lister, yeah. I didn't want to mix Rimmer up with Lister. But yeah.
Are you trying to mix up my name then, Lister? Oh, I didn't know about that, because it was all part of me plan. We were gonna buy a farm on Fiji.
Did you know? Okay, so that was the first pilot. The second pilot made the cat a girl.
What?
Yeah, it was basically Catwoman. And she had a thing for Lister.
Oh no! Oh god, there's just something special about British comedy.
Yeah. For as much as I know that an American Red Dwarf would have been a really bad idea, like there's an amount of a decent amount of heart in that American pilot that could have become something great if it had been given the opportunity. But you know, I'm glad Red Dwarf kept going, because the regular Red Dwarf would have ended if the American version because it borrowed a bunch of members, cast members, and sets instead. I don't have a choice. Ben says, "Oh, okay, what, why, yeah." So that, welcome to the plot. This is us. We are a rabbit lizard bird man. Why does the hero look lizardy? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Yep. So, well, that's very Silent Hilly, yes. Well, say hello to the woman who speaks in hands. She is not related to Dr. Gaster in any way that I'm aware of.
Weird how you can easily cheese the stall foes in this game.
Yeah, they're usually kind of tough.
But here, just throw a bomb arrow at them and they'll die instantly.
Yeah, if you get enough money to burn in the original Zelda, you can essentially like spam arrows at them and go. Sing me a song, you're a singer. Just don't do me wrong. I just sneezed. Oh, okay. I'm not sure we needed to know that, Ben. Well, that's a good question. I think therefore I am. Oh, okay. Except for her.
Break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I want to break free. God knows I want to break free.
The rest of it, because you already know, like, it is fitting for this particular game. Well, now. And not what they are, only that they are. I mean, yes, it does, kind of.
Oh. Found the fairy again. Alex, would you say that the fairy has a very demonetizable body?
Yes.
How
I'm
demonetized?
sure there's a nude mod for this game.
Well, now I've gotten up to the Elden Spring. Now that's all that's left is Lanayru.
So do you call this life? Yes, but not as we know it yet.
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. It's been a long way from where we began. I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Come on, come on. Ow. Friggin' hell. Come on, come on. don't even know if these are friggin' reheads. Damn it! Red shoe jelly merged with the purple one. That's not a good sign.
The shoe jellies are fucking weird.
Alright, I will be right back. I'm not sure what the rest of it.
Okay, take your time.
Come on.
Now I'm currently waiting for the game to restart because the princess well, fuck, I don't remember her name. The girl who talks in hands, we'll call it. Yeah, the girl who talks in hands turned the game off.
I was wondering what was going on.
I would, rather. Birds, no more trees, and perhaps, most problematically of all, no more people. Yet the only people who seem to be here are me and her and all those weird voices I hear.
What do they sound like?
They sound like different variations of the same guy doing a pretty good job of making himself sound like he's not the same guy. Look up, because I heard there was more stuff that you could do if you tried to stay in the cabin. Now I'm going to look up some of the other content, try and figure out Where to go from here? Access the rest content in this version.
Oh joy, dark nuts.
Cut page that you create. Okay, that's fucking excellent. Thank you guys. Very helpful.
Until then to use the magic armor. Mama didn't raise no quitters.
Oh.
Okay, so next up I'm gonna try and see if there's anything, because I've heard that there's another chapter to the prisoner as well. After this. This part of... I haven't seen this one before. Anyways, so I might as well try and get there. Manamana. Manamana.
I'm charging my attack.
My attack.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. I'm not entirely sure. I was hoping we could, you know, sort that out together.
You know this is the wimpy way out. But fuck it, win is a win. Finally. Got some good luck. Come on.
I mean, why wouldn't I? You're not lying to me. Yeah, I wouldn't like the world much if they'd thrown me down to the basement either.
Fine.
9,000 years.
How are you still screaming?
Massive lung capacity.
Are skeletons!
Well, you know, their lungs are the entire world, so, you know.
That's stupid.
Play her yet? No. By the way, this is the cynical princess, as I like to call her. She's a bit more, suspicious than the other one. She, noticed that we came down with a knife. I mean, that's what you think. lady talking about dismembering herself to get free from here. So it's a little easier for you.
And I'm sure there's more to come.
Well, the best is yet to come.
Alex, I'm in a room with
What?
I'm in a room with 3 dark nuts.
Oh.
Okay. Cowabunga! Alright, now I'm down to only 1. Okay, this'll be easy. Great! Cleared that room of dark nuts. Oh god. That was stressful. Please tell me that was the last one. Thank god it is. I've done it, gentlemen. I've cleared the Cave of Ordeals first try. Oh. Alright, I got the Great Fairy's Tears. So yeah, this is the only way that
And
you can
only
get...
had to beat her up a little bit.
Link, you can only get so much pussy. Stop trying to get all the pussy. Because your Riz is uncontrollable. Okay.
And sense the conflict within you.
No conflict.
Only
Oddly
the void.
inappropriate voice for our protagonist here.
Only
Sorry,
the void.
just had to reference Return of the Jedi. So.
Yeah.
There is no conflict here. Only the void.
So Ben, what do you have to say about my third death here?
Ow. Pass faster, you stupid moon.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. Shit's weird. Get used to it.
Yep. I thought it was we're here, we're queer. Or so get used to it.
No, that is inappropriate for this particular endeavor.
Fair enough. My apologies. I'll atone by
Although
committing...
things are quite queer in terms of like strange.
It's a bit.
Well-
It's a mock queer here, isn't it?
Oh, I might as well commit ritual Sudoku. I'm not actually gonna do that.
Sudoku is a boring game, anyways.
It is.
The evidence. Sorry, the evidence.
Oh goody, Malomart's open at night. You know what? Let's see. Let's get this place opened up to the general public. And now we summon up the fused shadows. And some freaky stuff's gonna happen with Midna. No. No. You alright, honey? Oh dear. I'll take that as a yes. Okay, so the barrier's been breached. Don't worry, I got you, honey. Nice little Link to the Past nod. So, we've only got one more dungeon left to do. But I'm gonna save that for next time. So next
Calling
time
it for the night.
yeah. So next time on Twilight Princess, we're gonna storm the castle. Until then, see you there.
Will Ganondorf's mother be a hamster and his mother smell of elderberries?
No, his mother is a hamster and his father smelled of
Father
elderberries.
smelled of elderberries. Okay.
Alright.
I can't believe I got that quote wrong. Anyways, yeah, we'll see you guys later. I
Bye.
like the new content. I haven't got